If you dey find peace, no enter this yard, because for here, even silence they shout. Welcome to Life Inside Face Me, I Face You.
Papa Emeka, now you dey come back, 11 p.m.
Go there, abeg. Rain beats me. Work plenty today.
Work? Which work? You think so I know the count time? See this one, oh.
Woman, lower your voice.
Lower my voice, Ke.
Who moved my spanner?
No be me, oh.
You enter house first, na spanner you dey find. Person never ask you how body be, never ask if you don't chop. Na two matter full your head.
10 people in one room, one ceiling fan struggling to survive. Even the cockroaches are tired. It is 5:30 in the morning. The sun is not fully up, but trouble has already woken. Pots are clanging, spoons knocking. Mama Emeka cooks by her wheelbarrow like a soldier on duty. Mama Emeka says, this fire is burning slowly, just like my destiny. Papa Emeka washes his hands and looks at the pot. Then he looks at his wife. Papa Emeka asks, did food sell yesterday? Mama Emeka gives a dry laugh. Sell? Only hunger bought it. Papa Emeka shakes his head. You complain too much. Mama Emeka answers sharply, because suffering does not whisper. As the voices rise, so do the ears. Neighbor Ifeoma presses her ear to the wall. Yes, go on. Neighbor Chuka nods. They have reached the money part. Any argument that reaches money has passed greeting. Night comes again, but peace does not follow. Voices rise, louder than the radio. Mama Emeka shouts, do you think I am not trying? Papa Emeka replies, I am trying too, but a mechanic is not an ATM. Little Amarachi covers her ears. Jesus! Neighbor Chuka shouts from outside. Papa Emeka is right. Mama Emeka turns sharply. You see, even the audience has chosen a side. Papa Emeka snaps. Let them mind their business. In this compound, there is no privacy. Arguments have loudspeakers. Secrets have traveled abroad with no return ticket. As if it was planned, the light goes off. Everybody groans. Heat wraps around the room like punishment. One child complains, this heat will finish someone. Papa Emeka says, there is no fuel in the generator. Mama Emeka replies quickly, who last bought fuel? Papa Emeka answers, who last cooked food? Mama Emeka laughs bitterly. So I am now NEPA. At that moment, everyone is tired of arguing. Neighbor Ifeoma suggests, let everyone bring their mattresses outside. Mats are dragged, feet shuffle. Crickets begin to sing. Good night. For once, the noise settles. That morning, Mama Emeka stood over the pot, turning soup with tired strength. Steam rose like prayer. Pepper beat the air so hard one child sneezed, another laughed, asking who poured pepper with anger. Mama Emeka did not look back. She only said, hunger will teach you. Hunger was the senior teacher in that house. Papa Emeka tied his overall, oil stains already married to the cloth. He stretched his back. Bones answered with quiet complaint. He said today would be better, not because he was sure, but because hope likes to hear its name. Mama Emeka looked at him and said, better does not announce itself. It just shows up if it wants to. Outside, a radio from the next room began to sing an old High Life song. Nobody knew the words, but everybody hummed. In that compound, music was a way of surviving silence. Neighbor Chuka shouted that a customer was waiting. Papa Emeka replied that he was coming. Before he left, he told his wife to hold the house. Mama Emeka nodded, the way women nod when they have been holding things for years. Children ran out, school bells ringing only in their heads. Buckets were forgotten. The bathroom stayed wet. Mama Emeka shouted, asking who left the place like a pig house. No answer came back. She sighed, smiled small, and picked up the broom. The broom scratched the ground. Dust rose. The sun climbed higher. By afternoon, heat returned, sweat returned, patience disappeared. Mama Emeka cooked again. The smell of food traveled far, but money did not follow it. Only 2 customers came. She smiled wide, but her eyes were busy calculating tomorrow. At the workshop, Papa Emeka struggled with an engine that refused to agree. A customer argued. The money was not complete. Then shouting entered the yard like bad news always does. The landlord's voice came first, loud and heavy. He asked who lived in that room. Children froze. Mama Emeka's heart dropped. He spoke of 3 months' rent, of houses not being free, of excuses getting old. Mama Emeka wiped her hands and stepped out, spoon still in her grip. She greeted him softly. She said they were trying. The landlord laughed. Trying, he said, was not money. Doors opened, eyes appeared, silence leaned closer. Mama Emeka begged, just small time. At that moment, Papa Emeka ran in from the workshop, sweat, oil and dust covering him like a uniform. He begged too. He bent small. Pride stepped aside. Mama Emeka joined him, spoon still in hand, food still on fire, life refusing to pause. The children watched without breathing. The landlord looked around. 10 people, one small corner of the world. He sighed and said, 1 week, just one. Papa Emeka nodded fast. Mama Emeka nodded faster. When the landlord left, the yard breathed again. Mama Emeka sat down tired in a place deeper than her bones. Papa Emeka sat beside her. No words. The fan turned slowly as if it understood. One child asked if they would leave the house. Mama Emeka pulled the child close and said no. God is there. Papa Emeka looked at the sky already dark and said tomorrow would be better. Mama Emeka answered, by God's grace. Night settled again. Same room, same people, same struggle. But they slept, because in that yard, even hope somehow manages to survive. Morning came again, not gently. It came with a knock from school. Emeka stood at the door, uniform still neat, bag hanging like apology. Teacher voice still ringing in his head. Go and tell your parents. Mama Emeka listened, said nothing. Her eyes went to the wall, as if school fees were written there. Papa Emeka came back later. Sweat first, words later. Mama Emeka spoke. School sent Emeka home, no fees. Papa Emeka sat, hands empty, head full. That was how Emeka followed him to the workshop, every day. Oil smell, metal sound, men shouting, life teaching without chalk. Papa Emeka said, if school no gree, work go teach you. Emeka watched, fetched water, held touch, listened to stories older than him. One morning, Papa Emeka left early, told Emeka to prepare and come. I go reach before you. Emeka nodded, but hunger followed him. Shame followed him. Small voice followed him too. Neighbor Chukuma's door was open. Room quiet. Money on table. Hand shook. Heart beat. Room watched. Later, noise burst the yard. Thief! Thief! Emeka stood still. Money cold in his palm. Papa Emeka ran in, saw his son, saw the money, saw himself. That night, the room was quiet. Too quiet. Papa Emeka beat him. Not with anger alone, with disappointment, with fear, with love that did not know how to speak. He shouted, you won't turn thief, you won't disgrace me. Mama Emeka cried. Children hid. When the beating stopped, Papa Emeka sat down, tired again. He picked his phone, called his brother in the city. My son need hand, before street, carry him. The brother listened, said, send him. That night, Emeka lay awake, pain everywhere, thoughts louder. Papa Emeka knocked at him, did not shout again. Tomorrow you go city, learn work, learn life. Mama Emeka packed small bag, tears inside cloth. Morning came, bus horn, dust. Papa Emeka held his son's shoulder, be better than me. Emeka nodded, eyes full. Bus moved, yard watched. Mama Emeka waved, Papa Emeka stood still. Inside Face Me, I Face You, another child had left, but the struggle remained. Because in that yard, life keeps teaching, whether you are ready or not. Fire came one afternoon, not as warning, not as joke. Papa Emeka's workshop caught fire. Oil met spark, spark met anger. People shouted, water came late. Everything ran faster than help. When the fire finished talking, nothing remained. Tools gone, dreams black, hope smelling like smoke. Papa Emeka sat on block, hands empty again, eyes staring at where tomorrow used to be. That was how he stayed home, day after day, helping Mama Emeka. He fetched water, turned soup, carried wheelbarrow, sweat now entered kitchen. Mama Emeka watched him, talk plenty. You turn house husband now, you dey turn soup like old woman. Be careful, make salt no kill person. Papa Emeka kept quiet, but silence too can get tired. One morning, Mama Emeka talked again and again and again. Papa Emeka dropped spoon, looked up, said nothing, went outside. Later that day, phone rang. It was one man, big man, good cloth, better car. Papa Emeka don fix his motor many times, even when money no complete. The man asked, "How body?" Papa Emeka laughed small. "Body day, life no day." He told the man about the fire. The man kept quiet, then spoke. "Come meet me." Papa Emeka went, borrowed shirt, borrowed confidence. The man showed him one small shop, empty but clean. He said, "Take this place. I go bring goods, sell 'em, remove your own, bring my own." Papa Emeka's mouth open, words no come. The man added, "You honest man, life just stumble you." Papa Emeka nodded, eyes wet. That evening he came home smiling. Mama Emeka noticed, "You smile today." Papa Emeka said, "God no forget person." Next morning, shop opened. Mama Emeka joined him, carried tray, voice softer. Customers came, slow, then more. Papa Emeka stood behind the counter, hands shaking but heart steady. That night they ate better. Mama Emeka talked less. Papa Emeka slept deeper. Fire took the old life, but another door opened. Because sometimes loss is not punishment, it is direction. And inside Face Me, I Face You, hope did not shout. It just quietly started again. Before the new beginning, there was another small war. It started with clothes. Mama Emeka had washed early that morning. Buckets lined up, hands tired but determined. She spread her clothes on the only long clothing line in the compound. Careful, neat, using old pegs. A moment later, a female neighbor walked out, her wrapper tight, her eyes sharper than morning. "This line is for everybody," she said. "Why you cover 'em like say na your own?" Mama Emeka did not answer at first. She adjusted a shirt, moved a wrapper. The neighbor laughed, that laugh that carries insult. "Since when you come early past everybody?" Mama Emeka turned slowly. "Since hunger wake me." Voices rose, not loud but hot. The neighbor accused, "You always think say you better." Mama Emeka replied, "I only dey try dry clothes." By then, other women had gathered. Buckets paused, hands on waist. One said, "Just share the line." Another added, "No be today, this matter start." The neighbor pushed Mama Emeka's cloth aside. Mama Emeka held it back. Small push, big silence. Papa Emeka came out, hands oily, face tired. "What is this?" The neighbor talked fast. "Your wife no get sense." Papa Emeka looked at Mama Emeka, then at the line, then at the people. He said quietly, "Abeg, let peace reign." Mama Emeka removed some clothes, hung them on chair, on fence, anywhere. The neighbors smiled like victory. Mama Emeka did not. That evening, Mama Emeka was quiet. Papa Emeka asked, "Why you allow 'em?" Mama Emeka answered, "Because peace sometimes is cheaper than pride." That night, she folded dry clothes, slowly, thinking. She did not want a bigger yard. She wanted a better one. So when Papa Emeka later said, "Let us find another place," she did not argue. She only nodded because she was tired of sharing space with people who shared trouble. The landlord came back again. Same voice, same authority. But this time, the room listened differently. Papa Emeka did not hide. He did not run to the back. He came out calmly. He greeted, brought out money, not complete, but heavy with effort. The landlord counted slowly, surprised. "You people are trying now." Papa Emeka nodded. Trying finally started answering. That night, Papa Emeka did not sleep early. He sat outside thinking. This yard had raised them, but it had also tired them. 2 weeks later, he found a place. Not big, but clean. Paint still fresh. Water ran without begging. Toilet had door. Neighbors minded their business. Moving day came. Mama Emeka packed quietly. No shouting, no tears. Children touched the walls, smiled, spoke softly. In the new place, Papa Emeka did something bold. He opened a small boutique for Mama Emeka. Shelves neat, clothes arranged, light bright. Mama Emeka stood inside the shop one morning, staring. "You mean this is my own?" Papa Emeka nodded. "Sell in peace." Mama Emeka leaned fast, smiled more, talked less. Money began to show respect. Far away, Emeka was growing too. His oga trusted him, taught him trade, corrected him. The boy learned patience, learned honesty, learned value. Sometimes he remembered the night he was beaten, not with anger, but with understanding. The other children settled. School improved. Noise reduced. Dreams expanded. Papa Emeka still fixed cars sometimes, but now by choice, not by desperation. One evening, Mama Emeka sat beside him. "We don't come foul." Papa Emeka nodded. "Yes, not because we ran, but because we endured." They laughed softly. Life did not become perfect, but it became possible. And inside that clean apartment, with fewer voices and more peace, hope no longer struggled to survive. It finally had space to breathe.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.